What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers podcast, episode 86. Let's fucking go. We got some stuff to talk about this weekend. I forgot to throw it in the rundown, but we have Bellator this weekend, right? That was the thing that happened on Friday.
Bro, I didn't watch that shit.
I couldn't watch it.
I was the only one.
I was at work.
No, I was
busy.
at work, and my phone was not wanting to play it.
Oh my goodness. It's all right. Corey Anderson, he won a decision. Pitbull, he got hurt, and then he won.
I did see the finish of that fight.
Apparently, we're going to get Johnny Eblen, Fabian Edwards 2 now. That summarized Bellator Championship Series, first event from Belfast, Ireland, 2024. Let's fucking go. They got to do better with their events, honestly. It was not the greatest. It wasn't that fun. I feel like regular Bellator, like before the merger, they did a much better job of, like, I don't know, during the prelims, there would actually still be, like, a big crowd there of, like, people just... the fans being excited and stuff. Seemed much more dead atmosphere for a Bellator Ireland card. It wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about all the UFC shit going on that happened this weekend.
UF shit.
Yep. Ultimate fighting shit, you know? Because there was a whole lot of Ultimate Fighting shit. I will tell you that.
Nah, there was. This was a real Apex card in some really great ways.
This
Yes.
is one for the books in the Apex, for sure. Made a whole lot of Apex jokes coming into this on the preview, but boy, oh boy, it fucking delivered. But before we get into it all, like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Let's fucking go. We appreciate everything. UFC Fight Night. Ribas versus Namajunas. Going into it, obviously, it's a Thug Rose fight, all of the things to talk about, but I kind of had the feeling it's just, if Rose is on point, gonna fuck her up, get an easy finish. Even if she's not on point, she's probably gonna rock out an easy decision, and that's basically what happened. Rose gets the unanimous decision win over Amanda Ribas, goes over 5 rounds. The one thing that, because obviously I'm watching it, the third round ends. And in my head, I'm like, okay, easy 2-1. Rose wins the first 2. Ribas got round 3. And then round 4 starts. And the UFC, they love to show their tweets and stuff, people tagging it, all that stuff. And I forget who the fuck it was, but they had the audacity to put out a tweet on the fucking internet saying 3-0 Amanda Ribas. That was crazy.
Yeah. And he called it not a masterclass, like a showcasing.
It's turning into a showcase performance
there we
for
go.
Amanda Ribas.
I saw that tweet on Twitter. I went to the reply because I need to see what the reply. And they were like, Ribas isn't the bald one, right?
No, because seriously, it's like it's funny because right before they showed that tweet, it was like we were saying, like round 1, round 2, Rose just looked like she was handling it easily. Yeah. And I know you were talking about, like, if Rose is on point, like, at this point in her fighting and, like, seeing how, like, her last few fights has been, I don't think it's a matter of her being on point anymore and which Rose shows up. I feel like it's just a new game plan and that she's not really there for their brawls anymore. It very much seems like Pat Barry and her just like, nope, we're gonna point fight this way out. Like, there's no real urgency to get in there and get the finish like she normally does, and she's not throwing out these crazy shots that could actually finish somebody. It's just very... point fighting. I mean, like a few big shots, but
100%. Like that's a very good point. Like it seems a much more dedicated game plan of touch, move, get out of there, like kind of coast for the 25 minutes, like just cruise to a victory. I honestly, I like, because I know obviously like there's like Pat Barry is always gonna get all the shit and like just that whole situation and stuff. But it's like I don't know. Like, do you think it could be one of those things where it's like, because Rose has been in some very tough fights and she's gotten beat up a few times. Like the rematch with Andrade, that was a very tough fight. Obviously the first one where she got slam KO'd, like that was terrible. The rematch with Joanna was hard fought. Like she went 25 minutes with Zhang. I just wonder if it's just one of those things where it's like You know, just yeah, because they have been together forever. Would just actually like caring about like, what if he just doesn't want to see her get beat up, and it's just like, hey, like you're a very good, talented fighter. Like we can easily win fights this way. So what if it's like possibly getting into a third fight with Zhang Weili, fighting Grasso, fighting these like people that are dangerous fighters? It's just more of a like
how
you said,
to stay
a dedicated,
safe in those big fights.
Exactly, just a dedicated game plan to just touch in and move in, just staying safe and just winning over the distance. Like, I wouldn't be too surprised.
No, that's fair. I can see that.
But either way, she did that with ease against T-Boss. So like we said, T-Boss was just such a drop down in competition from all of her previous fights. There should have been no reason she couldn't have done this, you know?
Yeah.
100%.
The one thing that, like, especially with the performance on Rose's side that I will say is I don't know how much 125 is going to be her weight class, honestly, because I kind of thought it like halfway through the second round, and by the third round, I was definitely thinking it. She just seemed much slower. Things just seemed like a bit more labored. Like, obviously, first round doing good, moving, just staying like circling around the outside. It was just a classic Rose fight, and much into the second round too. But it just seemed like that slowed down much earlier than in like her 5-round fights with fucking Joanna and Weili. You know, it just I don't know how much this weight class is gonna be her best fit, honestly.
100%, but you know, it also could be that this is just her second fight in this weight class. This was her first 5-round fight at this weight class. You know, maybe with more time, because she even acknowledged it herself, like after she fought, that like, you know, she knows that she's not as fast and like it's definitely something to work on. So maybe like as she just grows more into it, because I even feel like she did look a little bit better at this time at this weight class than she did her last fight. I think that it's just. Like, I mean, I know it was against T-Boss and Faro. It's two totally different people. But, I don't know. Maybe she just still needs more time to really just develop and get used to the class.
That's very possible.
She could adjust to it.
It's very possible. It just, because I get what you're saying and going back a little bit, with what you're saying, what you guys were saying about the point fighting and all that. The problem with that is you definitely need to still have that. We need to push and we need to brawl like in your back pocket, because we saw what happened when she was trying to point fight, essentially point fight against Esparza. It's like it can work a little sometimes, but then other times it's just not going to be able to work.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you definitely need that.
That was definitely the worst, and hopefully we just don't get a fight like that again.
No,
because if a fight is actually brought to her, you know, like she's clearly willing to do it, and she was still able to point fight throughout Amanda trying to be in there with her. So she just needs to be more active and learn to do it a bit better. So the more she commits to the game plan, I'm sure the more she'll curve that to her fighting.
No, 100%. I'm just looking at it from like the top of the division, you know. Grasso, Shevchenko, Blanchfield, like
you're
definitely gonna need to do more than what you were doing in this fight, I feel like.
No, that's 100% for sure. And just to your point earlier, Kate, of just maybe just needing more fights in the weight class to get more used to it, because it's like with that 100% she's gonna need to be able to keep like the volume up throughout 5 rounds to be able to, like, she's gotta be, if that's your style, you have to be able to bag 3 at least, you know what I mean? So it's like you need the volume, you need the consistency to be able to do that. And I mean, she was mixing up the grappling a little bit in this one. It like wasn't working like the best at times, but like was able to get some nice takedowns still. Fucking Amanda Ribas though, like it's been so long that it's been talked about that it just feels like kind of even annoying to bring it up even at this point. But like on the women's MMA side and the motherfucking headlock throw, it's just goddamn fucking terrible. There was the one time in the fight where Amanda Ribas did it, secured position, and then used it to get to top half guard, which was good. That's, you have to work out of it right away. You can't sit there. But just it's just not good. It's so easy to get reversed, get your back taken. Just Rose, like, she wasn't doing the best with like the offensive like wrestling, you know, like shooting in on takedowns. But like in terms of when Ribas was going for the grappling, she didn't have shit for Rose.
She was just levels above her when it came to that. It's just Rose is not someone you can just fucking head and arm throw and sit there.
Yeah, people keep forgetting that Rose's like base style is jiu-jitsu. Everyone forgets that.
Yeah.
It's like
fucking flying armbar like her second pro fight or some shit. Like, she was a fucking grappler and then just dominated fucking Joanna in the striking. And it's like, oh shit, she's a striker now. But
yeah, no, exactly.
One of the craziest things coming out of this fight, though, is motherfucking Rose. Thug Rose, truly a fitting nickname, because I was very surprised to hear that she is very down to run the rematch with Manon Fiorot, but she wants to fight either Aaron, Manon, the winner or loser of that fight, however the fuck it plays out, or Macy Barber too. She's down for all the smoke against all the women in the top of this division to secure her spot for a title. I very much appreciate that. That was great to hear.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I like the idea of the Macy fight.
Yeah.
I think that fight would be the best match to make.
Yes.
Yeah, that would definitely be a fun fight. That I wonder how much I feel like the physicality of Macy is probably going to be the biggest factor on her side in that one. I wonder how Rose is going to be able to hang up with that, which would just be a great test, especially going a Manon rematch, like possibly for a title, Grasso, so Aaron Blanchfield, going to be a good one.
Oh yeah,
and probably the timelines match up the closest for that to play out too. So. Well, let's fucking go. For Ribas, obviously, biggest step up in her career, taking on former fucking 2-time champion Thug Rose, number 8 in the weight class heading into it. Probably not going to drop too much. 9
or 10. But somewhere in there, 9 or 10.
Yeah, she's still young, though. She's always going to be one of those fighters just hanging around, putting on fun fights, fun performances, going up and down. It just is what it is. Heading into the co-main, though. More or less the fight I expected out of Carl Williams versus Justin Tafa. Was surprised on a few different things. Carl Williams, he gets the decision, able to outgrapple Tafa. Not that surprising. Things I were surprised about. Tafa actually did decent things at some points in the fight with takedown defense and getting up and defending takedowns. Very surprised about that. 2, I was also very surprised that after getting grapple fucked for the first round, he was still able to do things in the second and third round. Yeah. Almost fucking got him out of there in the third round. I was so fucking scared watching that.
Yeah.
But
I thought that Tafa would have been exhausted by round 3. He wasn't too bad.
Nah, it is definitely just a nice thing to see for just like on Tafa's side, a 30-year-old striker coming up in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? Just some actual grappling defense on him. Still has to work through it, you know what I mean? Just getting taken down a whole bunch by Carl Williams, but he's taken down every one of his UFC Dana White's Contender Series opponents, and just the head outside singles, that's what it was all night long for him. Just their money the entire time, and was just kind of dragging Tafa around at points. Very nice to see for me. I like Carl Williams, so let's fucking go.
I was about to say, so to start, the better Tafa brother.
I guess there is one. I can say it again now. I had to flip-flop that first, my bad.
But no, he was doing, exactly what you guys were saying. He was doing pretty decently at the takedown defense at points. Other points, obviously, getting taken down, but like heavyweights, especially like heavyweights outside of the U.S., I feel like it's probably going to be hard to train because you're not going to have those training partners who are those big bodies who actually know how to wrestle and grapple and all that. Yeah. It's going to be hard to find those training partners. So he does need to work on that, try and maybe fly some people out to Australia, get some of those people in there. But, I knew, like, going into it, I was like, please, just first round knockout, because I don't need this going all the way through, because I don't think you can. And then once he started bombing on him in the third, I'm like, oh, fuck, please. And then he throws the head kick. And it was over from there.
Yeah.
Big man throwing his fucking big tree trunk leg up on his fucking head. Like, hits the head and just gets caught up on his fucking, like, traps and everything, and just throws him over.
Because he had to throw it higher than he normally does because he's 6'3". It's like, don't throw head kicks at opponents who are a couple inches taller than you, and you're that size. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, I feel like, especially as just big motherfuckers like that, Carl Williams is trying to just grapple you. It should have just been leg kicks, like low leg kicks all day long, like that.
Low leg kicks, uppercuts, straights. That's what you need to be doing
in there, but But in terms of just the kicks, you know what I mean? It's like just smack the fuck out of that calf and just break the base on the takedowns and make it all way more easier just from further out distance. And that definitely a little bit low IQ on that, but it's like you've been
body kicks.
Yeah, like being grapple fucked for fucking most of 2 rounds. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna look for that one big shot. It happens.
Yeah.
No, it does.
He'll be back though. He'll knock out a bunch of shittier heavyweights, get them out of the UFC, and be back towards the top 15. But with that, Carl Williams, what's that? 3-0, I believe, now in the UFC for him.
Yes.
I would not be surprised if he gets like a top 15 guy after that. I feel like he should be like right about there. 34 years old, which it's like it's heavyweight, so it's not that old, but it still is on the older side. So it would just be nice to kind of get him in there with some of the bigger boys, test him out, see what he can actually do towards the top of the division.
No, 100%.
I don't expect the most, but it's like, hey, he's got some pretty fucking solid grappling on him, so it's like...
So he can take down all the shitty heavyweights?
Yeah, probably.
I was about to say, I could see him being booked up against Nascimento next.
Yeah, and I don't know, even a fight with like a fucking... at some point with like a Tybura or a Spivak, you know, those would be interesting ones to see, like with the grappling heavyweight.
He's definitely got to improve his striking and his striking defense.
Yeah.
Because once he starts getting into some of the heavyweights who have better takedown defense, like a Spivak or a Tybura, gonna get a little hard. But Tybura is also smaller. Tybura is what, like 6 foot, 5'11"?
I don't. He's definitely not someone I'm memorizing his fucking stats, honestly.
Never mind, I was wrong. He's 6'3". They're the same size.
Very nice. Let's go. But very solid performance for Carl Williams. In the featured bout, though, motherfucking Edmund Shabazian, he's back taking on AJ Dobson. Heading into it, it's like, obviously, with Edmund, it can always be shaky. You never know how exactly it's going to go, but he should be able to get it done over like someone like AJ. And it very much started shaky.
Yeah.
Yes.
As soon as the fight started and Edmund's just slowly moving towards him, not moving his head at all, just all his movements very slow, and Dobson just looking fast on the feet, quick 1-2s, just throwing him out there. I was like, holy fuck, man. Edmund's just going to get knocked out in the first round, isn't he?
Yeah.
Got clipped with a big shot, tried to get him out of there, was able to survive, went to some of the grappling, ends up getting the finish on AJ in the first round. Very nice. Very happy for Edmund, but he's still young, but it's like just the improvements are just not going along like they should, and it's just one of those things where, just talking about it, like, you get fucked up too much too early on, and it just like your development's just shot. It doesn't matter if you're fighting guys that like you should be beating, and like you go for that progression. It like people just don't progress right after that. I don't know what exactly it is. I just like, I don't know. It'd be like a interesting study if there kind of ever could be one done on that, but it's like...
No, yeah, because he was 3-0 in the UFC, 11-0 overall when he got the Derek Brunson fight.
Yeah.
And at that point it was like 22. And then got Jack Hermanson, and then Nasruddin. Then he got that win over Dalcha Lungiambula, and then lost to Fluffy, and now here he is with Dobson. It's like, what a rough group of people to be given so early in your career, so young. Like,
especially when you were being trained by Edmund Tarverdian, and he is a striking coach.
Yes.
He is not a grappling coach. I don't even know if that team has I don't know who their grappling coaches are. I don't know how much they be training grappling. It would just...
I'm pretty sure he's out of Extreme Couture now, though, right?
He is.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when he lost those first 3, 2 very good grapplers, and who knows what his grappling training looked like at the time.
Oh, yeah. No, 100%.
That's what I'm saying, is like, that's not... So, he just kind of potentially got screwed over because of his situation and where he was at first, and then it's just like, now it's like, well, shit, how can we actually progress him to be where we want him at?
Yeah. It's like, still only 26 years old, improves to 13-4 after that, but it's like, just a lot of rough losses, and it's just one of those things too, because of just who he is, and like just the name, and like been around for like a while. It's like it's like, yeah, he got his last win like against Dolce and then fought Fluffy right after. It's like he just beat AJ Dobson. It's like you don't need to give him someone that's like is supposed to be heading towards the top 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you don't need to be giving him like, or even just like right out the bottom of top 15, like Kyle Borralio or something like that.
None of that.
It's
like let this dude, like he's 26 years old, let him beat up some people that he should be beating up, but could stylistically be tough tests in certain spots, you know what I mean? But like, let that go for like another 2 years. Let him build up 3-4 more fight win streak. Just get back to just the flow and just actually learning, having fun in the sport and just developing like he should. And then if he's doing good, performing like he should be, then give him a top 15 guy or someone that's heading towards there. It's like,
Watch, we're gonna say all this, and then his next fight is gonna be against like Gerald Mearshart.
I mean, I don't know that. Like,
I don't know.
That wouldn't
It could
be
be
as
good.
bad. Like
It wouldn't be as bad.
GM3's not someone that should be heading up towards the top 15. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, it's like, yeah, he's a fucking legend in middleweight for just submissions and shit like that. But it's like yeah, stylistically a rough matchup, but that's someone he should be able to beat. You know, like that's honestly a perfect kind of a fight. But then don't give him someone big after that.
Yeah, and then after that, they're gonna be like, "All right, here's Shara Bullet."
Yeah. Oh my fucking god. But yeah. So good win for Edmund. Get back on track. But yeah, just let him get some of those lower tier fights for a little bit. But someone that, in all honesty, thinking about it at first, I was like, no, let's keep him around like the lower tier level. Fuck it. Just push him. I feel like he would be ready. Payton Talbot, man. He fought Cameron Sayaman. Heading into it, just obviously we were all rooting for Payton. All thought that he could get it done. I saw he could get it done in spectacular fashion. Not a single part of me thought it would be this fucking easy.
Yeah. Round 1, and specifically like the first half of the first round, Payton was straight up playing with him. Yeah. Like he was straight up in there just playing with him, having fun and making it look easy. He made Cameron that second half of the round really try and throw everything he had in it just for Payton to not respect any of it, continue to walk forward and proceed to just beat him up. Like Cameron going 0 for 3 in takedowns in the first round. They didn't credit him with that takedown in the last second of the first round, but Payton at the end he just took him and just dropped him on the ground and just walked away laughing because he knew that he was just playing with him. Like it was his fucking game. It was a beautiful performance.
It was, oh my god, how good this kid is at, oh my god,
25 years old, an absolute fucking monster, man. Like that knee in the first round landed right on fucking Cameron's neck, little bit fucking closer, just slightly more precise, he would have put him to sleep one shot right there. I have no doubt about that. It just
because I mean it made it out of the first round, but 21 seconds into the second round he just landed straight left and ground and pound, and it was over from there.
It was done.
As soon as the round started, Cameron just goes right out at him and just fucking left hand right on the chin, sits him down. That was such a beautiful performance. C-Rod, last week just talking about all how good he is, all this thing as a prospect coming up. And Payton just went out there and just showed that they were just levels apart. So just so far from being on that prospect level.
Yeah.
He wants to do the fucking work it takes to get to a fight with Sugar Sean O'Malley. He doesn't mind the idea of a fight with Dominic Cruz next. And I mean, in all reality, it would be a great name on the resume, but I just don't think that that's the toughest fight he could get heading into the top 15. I would be much more interested to see him fight a Mario Bautista.
Yeah, that's the fight that I would like to see. I think that would be good. I think it's a tough matchup, and it's Mario on a 6-fight winning streak now?
6 or 7. He's been on a fucking run. It might be 6.
Yeah,
I think,
something like that. But either way, just showing that he's clearly good, an up and coming guy, and it's if Payton can just run through him, or even if he wins the decision and it's a little bit tougher but still gets that, it's it just shows he's ready for the division.
Oh yeah, Mario just dominated the fucking shit out of Ricky Simone. You know what I mean? That was such an easy fight for him. Really showing that he deserves to be in that top 15. That would be such a great fight. I would love to, like, stylistically too. I would love to see him fight a Jonathan Martinez, but because he
I
just
don't want
got
to see
booked,
either of them lose.
exactly, just because he got booked against Jose Aldo, it makes it perfect that he can't get lined up for that. But it's also I don't want to see either Jonathan's win streak end to Payton or Payton loses to Jonathan. You know what I mean? Like, that would just be. But it's like, give him fucking Mario, give him even Kyler Phillips if they want to. Like, I feel like he can hang with all of these guys right now. Right now, man. He's so fucking good.
I feel you on that. I still think just at least something that's a little bit lower than that. I genuinely like the Pedro Munoz fight. I genuinely like that idea. Because I think Payton can be the first one to... I think he can be the first one to finish Pedro.
Pedro doesn't need that.
I don't know if he can, man. I don't know.
Pedro tough as shit.
Yeah, man.
He is tough as shit. But, like, Payton is a dual threat with the striking and the grappling.
No, yeah. It definitely would be a good fight.
And it's just one of those guys who... He has been, like, the gatekeeper for top 15, top 10 anyway. Like, it just makes the most sense to put him in that type of fight right now.
Listen, it's perfect. It makes all the sense, and it's easily could be the next fight the UFC does, just trying to get all these guys into the top 15. But I'm like, poor Pedro. Like, come on, bro.
Pedro's gonna be defending that spot anyway.
He just got absolutely mollywopped for 15 minutes by Kyler. Because honestly, like, Payton might be able to finish him, but I don't know, man. Pedro is just so, like, he's just gonna get beat the fuck up again for another 15 minutes. That's so upsetting. But,
like,
yeah, he don't need that for his brain.
But it's like, who else does he fight?
He sits out for a while.
Pedro fight?
Give him a rematch with Cody Garbrandt after he loses.
No, because I'd tell you exactly who he'd be fighting next. He'd probably be fighting like Amin Zahabi.
I'd be way more okay with that. Amin beat him in the decision. Yeah, that's good. See, that's a safe... That's no brain damage for Pedro on that one. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Either way, though, it's... Like, they're just... I don't know. Every once in a while, there's a guy that comes in where it's like right away you could just see that they are going to do great things. Like, Payton Talbot, man, I would not be surprised if he becomes a champion one day, or at least fights in a championship fight. Like, he's gonna fucking make it there, man. He's a problem for that division.
I'd say we got a lot of guys coming up in that 135 division who are really good.
Yeah, and he's gonna fuck up a lot of them, man. It's like, I genuinely feel like you're gonna need that Pedro Cheeto Vera level durability to not get finished by this guy.
Yeah,
like because if you show one bit of fucking opening for this man to just cut through you, he's gonna do it. And I can't wait to fucking see more from him. Let's fucking go. Next fight on the main card, my motherfucking boy Yusuf Zalal back in his UFC return. I thought he was gonna easily ride out a decision over Billy Q, but minute 50 seconds into the second round, gets the rear naked choke. Made that shit look absolutely easy. Gets his first UFC finish. Kate, I know you weren't around watching him fight, you know, and like just been real high up on everything. How do you think of his performance?
He looked good in there.
What were the biggest things that surprised you, if anything?
I didn't have any specific expectations from him, you know. So
I gotcha.
I was just like, yeah, this guy's good, and knowing that he went 3-3 and got cut, but seeing he's 27, it's like he clearly just grew and developed as a fighter, and he's just here. And then he was fun on the mic after, so
yeah, man, motherfucking Yusuf Zalal, Moroccan descent, fighting out of Denver, I believe now.
Yeah, he's with Factory X.
Yeah, but yeah, just so good. I've just going in there and the fucking little trips and just fucking tossing Billy Q to the mat,
just made it look easy.
Yeah, like it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, because, I really did not expect him to just beat Billy that easily. It just, such a great performance. Very excited to see what he can do on his second UFC run. And maybe we end up with a rematch of him and Ilya Topuria one day, you know what I mean? Man's coming for that title, right?
It's possible, but he's going to have to get through some stiff competition to get there.
Hey, you know, He went to decision with Ilya. Was able to go a full 15. Not a lot of people can say that, right?
I know a lot of people can say that, but like that top 15 is scary. You got a couple guys who are coming into the top 15 who are going to be scary.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You might have to rematch Sean Woodson.
Hey, could still be a fight he would lose again, you know? No, yeah. He's definitely good fun. Let's see what he's able to do. Like you said, 27 years old, still just very young. Main card opener, Fernando Padilla versus Luis Pajuelo. I thought Luis was gonna be able to get it done, but motherfucking Fernando made that shit look so easy.
Yeah.
That was such a beautiful performance for him. Fucking put on the goddamn one-piece hat afterwards and was dancing and shit in the cage. That shit was funny to see.
Yeah, bro was just beating him up, and then when he shot the fucking takedown, just yoked up the darce, and there we go.
Yeah, fucking.
I'll be taking that.
Yep. Just, I feel like it should be illegal to be 6'1" with a 76-inch reach at featherweight.
Yeah, total strikes like 35-7.
Yeah, man.
Significant 34-5.
That's crazy. Like, because clearly he's a talented fighter. He's good. 27 years old as well, at 145 pounds. But like that, just the height and reach alone is going to be so difficult for so many fighters in that division to get past.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucking champion Ilya is 5'7". Like, that's fucking insane. He's got a 6-inch height advantage on him.
Bro,
like,
Islam is 5'9".
Yeah.
Like,
Leon's probably only 6'1".
yeah, I think Leon actually is 6'1" on the dot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, so great for him. Gets the performance bonus. Payton Talbot also got a performance bonus in his, which very well deserved. But yeah, just what?
Oh, we'll get there. I already know why he's laughing.
No, it's not because of that. Padilla's taller than Justin Tafa.
No, he's not.
Tafa 6 foot, even.
Nice.
Beautiful.
That's fucking awesome. So,
I just thought of that.
Padilla, the biggest weight bully in MMA history, should be a heavyweight. He's fighting at featherweight.
Nah, that's still short for
that's
heavyweight.
crazy.
But let's go. That is the UFC main card coming out of the Apex. Very solid main card for the Apex, though. Prelims, we had some ups, we had some downs, we had some fun shit, we had some wacky shit. There's only one thing to get into first. Kate, tee it up.
Bro, we had the first ever bonus for getting bit handed out. Our prospects, the second fight on the prelims, Andre Lima versus Igor Severino.
Yep.
Okay. This is a great fight.
First of all, there were so many fouls. You had so many cage grabs and short grabs and glove grabs, eye pokes, all of it. But in the second round, Andre starts complaining about something. You hear the broadcast talking about, he's saying that he bit him. They showed it to the doctor. The doctor's like, oh, yeah. But all they're showing us is the replays, from whatever angle, it looks like Igor's latched on the back of Andre's arm for sure, but nothing you could technically prove in that moment. They go over to Andre. He lifts up his arm, and the clear bite mark, just how deep and prominent it was. I was baffled. Igor sitting back there. I didn't do it. You can't deny that shit, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like that, and I ain't mad at it either because that was funny. Andre got a $25K bonus for it, and then after he went and got a tattoo, and Dana gave him an extra $25K. So you know what? Fuck it. In his debut, he made $50K for getting bit. Worth it.
$50K minimum, whatever he made on top of it. Which
10. He made 10 and 10. You know he made 10 and 10 for that fight.
20, so $70K.
Got 5 times his fucking guaranteed purse for getting bitten.
That shit was
insane.
And being funny about it to get a tattoo afterwards. That
was
with
so
it
funny.
saying around the actual bite mark tattoo, I got a fucking bite bonus.
Yeah, just absolutely amazing. Because up until that point, it was just a very fun back and forth fight.
Yes,
a lot of scramble, just all over the place. That fight truly had everything. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And also, gotta bring up, Igor is also been cut from the UFC.
Yep.
Because
instantaneously.
Obviously.
Had to do a whole thing on the broadcast about it. I thought that made it even funnier. It's like, yeah, we all know that's going to happen. Like,
it just sucks, bro. It's like 20 years old, gets a shot at the UFC in your debut. And it's like... The only time I can recall of somebody complaining of being bit was when Chandler was saying that Dustin bit him. But Dustin's talking about you put your finger in his mouth. If your finger's in your mouth, you're going to get bit. I don't see an issue. It is what it is. So this, though, I've never seen someone just straight up chomp.
Yeah. Like, thinking about it, like, I do end up, like, I can't remember who exactly it was. No, it was Diego Sanchez fighting someone, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure someone...
And he was fighting...
Was it Mickey Gall, maybe, or someone?
Yes, it was Mickey Gall.
He had a bite mark on his chest, I'm pretty sure.
I ain't been watching for as long as them. So this is the first bite in my career watching.
No, yeah. And legitimately, after Diego Sanchez in the post-fight interview said, he bit me like a bitch, so I beat him like a bitch.
Like... But yeah, it's... Like, because I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, wait, I know I remember seeing...
There are, like, historical examples that we can
and, like, I know that it's happened before, but it's just nothing I've ever seen. And it's like...
No, yeah.
Neither one of them got DQ'd afterwards either. Or, I mean, well, yeah, because I don't think they saw it till after the fight, so, yeah.
But it's just, you know, only been watching for 3 years, all the regional shit. First time.
Like, the thing is, it's like, there are 3, like, and I understand why they come, because it's like, there are 3 rules that you know are a rule. No strikes to the groin, no eye pokes or eye gouging, do not bite. Like,
I don't know.
Bruh.
Like I said, like, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The other 2, no, it is, but like, it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, you got cut, because like, the other 2 can happen accidentally. You don't accidentally bite someone in the tricep.
See, I hope that they sign him in like 3-4 years and people are, and like think people forgot. I won't forget. I'll remember this. Yeah. I'll remember his name, and even if I don't, I go through too many rerecords. Like, I'll see that and be like, oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Oh, he had one UFC fight before?
Oh. Exactly.
He's gonna move up a weight class. Maybe you won't remember.
But yeah, so that was definitely the most fun thing on the prelims, for sure. There's no doubt about it, hands down. Ginger, anything else on the prelims that you thought was fun that you want to bring up?
Oh, man. So, Julian Erosa pulling the ghillie and actually getting it.
Yeah.
Just Julian Erosa just is always in fun fights. It was a fun fight. Got rocked.
Yep. Classic Juicy J. Always getting touched up.
And then was just able to pull into a guillotine.
Yeah, when fucking, like, Hikaru Hama started, like, picking him up and it was just, like, lifting him, I thought he was just gonna slam him down, just, like, maybe not, like, knock him out or some crazy shit, but, like, just get out of it, you know? Just the fast tap right afterwards, I was just like, damn, I was not expecting that.
It looked like his head was starting to pop out.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I thought his head was starting to pop out. He brought him up, like, to, you know, get that pressure, and then just instead tapped. I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, great performance there, though. The one last thing that I do want to mention on the prelims, though, because this got fight of the night. Jarno Air and Stephen Wen.
So.
Yeah, this was fucking ridiculous. The back and forth between them, mainly just fucking Jarno beating the dog shit out of Stephen Wen throughout most of it. Total strikes at the end of the 15 minutes, fucking 105-63 for significant in favor for Jarno. Got the knockdown. The fucking just watching Stephen Wen nonstop, just in the fight, walking forward. The fucking blood just from his mouth going down his body. It just that was an awesome fight between the two of them.
Yeah, the first time that blood started coming out and he kind of spit with it and it just looked like a waterfall, like a cartoon. You know, I don't know, it was crazy.
Yeah,
and Jarno getting bloodied up at some point. Both of them just a mess by the end, covered in each other's blood. Like, it was a good fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It was It's just one of those fights where it's always just like, God damn, you guys be doing too much for how much you're getting paid. Stop it.
100%.
I was about to say, second round, I'm pretty sure, like, all of us were watching it. We're just all like, all right, yeah. Stevens gained this route, gets hit, goes down. It's just like, oh, well, never mind.
Yep.
And
yeah.
Aaron's was definitely doing a good job with
Mm-hmm.
mixing it up too, just beating up Nguyen's legs and touching his body up a lot. Like, it was a really good show.
By the back end of it, just mostly having to go southpaw because the leg was so fucked.
Yeah.
So good. Definitely nice that they did get the fucking fight of the night bonus, getting an extra 50K.
They deserved it.
Yeah, just
100%.
always helps out to those guys. Because it's just like, and I know obviously like there was none really like higher up, but it's like just a lot of times just bigger name people, if like they do something even not as good, they just be getting the bonuses, you know? So it's always nice seeing someone like kind of buried on the prelims get an extra 50K. Very nice.
Yep.
But that's all of the good shit coming out of the UFC Apex card this weekend. Last thing to get into is a little bit of Tapology results, which another week for a Jim Bob victory. Let's fucking go. 10 in a row. Oh,
that's all right. I won last week, so like it's a skewed 10, you know?
Yeah. You had your chance to steal my picks again to like get right up in the... I really wish that we did just have more similar picks so we could have tied again and just kept a streak going of that, because
you shouldn't have told me that I wasn't allowed to change my pick. That is on you. At least that one.
That's true. Because yeah, like he was going through like, and after like she put in the ones, I was just like, all right, whatever you chose so far. And then so like, you know, she's saying the ones that she picked, so in my head I'm like, all right, well, like she's not going to change them, so it's like I could just say what is going on. And she put Billy Q by decision. I was like, oh, I put Yusuf by decision. Ginger got Billy Q. She's like, damn, I want to switch it now.
All right, and like you could have just kept it at you have Yusuf, and I would have been like, oh, okay, cool, head-to-head match. But throwing Ginger in there, I was like, I want to change it, and he's like, you can't. And I was like, so that was fucked up.
But it's okay. You got second place overall, though. Ginger taking third. Let's go. So fucking close. One more week, and then I got the first quarter down, and then it's whatever kind of. I don't really care. That's pretty nice.
All right, so we have to beat you next week. Got it.
There's no way you're beating me on a fucking Aaron Blanchfield main event card, all right, brother? It's just not happening. King might get it done, but you are definitely not beating me.
We were going through the card. It's going to be one of those, like, bro, what am I supposed to pick for this shit?
Yeah, even going into this one, there were so many. I was just like, I don't fucking know, man. It'd be hard with so many of them. It just kind of feels like luck getting some of them. You know what I mean? It just.
I was about to say.
Oh, I do want to.
Next week, I got like two where I'm like, yeah, it's gonna go this way.
With the one with the bite, I did get the semi-perfect on that though, so that was really funny. The second round DQ.
I forgot about that.
I got it ending with the second round knockout, so you know they didn't give me the 100, but they gave me the DQ because it ended in the second round for Lima. Let's go.
Yeah, that was really funny. Good old fucking Tapology shit. But yeah, I got top 50 overall in Tapology on the card, so that was kind of cool though. Yeah. Well, let's go. What do you hate just destroying the fucking...
I did it by accident.
You absolute fool.
It highlighted. I didn't realize. I didn't even click back.
Kate just destroyed the entire rundown, but it's okay because that was the end of it anyway. That's the end of the podcast. I hope everyone enjoyed this one. If you did, as always, like and subscribe. It very much helps out. Now Ginger's just putting a whole bunch of numbers in there. Let's fucking go. We got our Twitch links into the description down below if you guys want to check out me and Ginger streaming. Let's fucking go. Atlantic City next week. Aaron Blanchfield main event. She is coming for that belt. We'll catch you on that preview, everyone. Peace.